Sri Lanka has been famous for its spices throughout the history. Portuguese were the first conquerors of Sri Lanka. They were madly in love with this wonderland, especially because of spices like cinnamon and pepper. They longed to acquire this fertile land in order to gain monopoly in the spice trade, which was in the hands of Arabs. Dutch were the emerging world power in the 17th century. They helped drive away the Portuguese and captured many of the coastal areas where they planted cinnamon intensely. And finally, the British, who captured the last stronghold of the Sri Lankan kings of Kandy, thus wrested control over all Sri Lanka. They converted lands in the hill country to produce coffee, tea, rubber, coconut, and cocoa in a large scale. However, Sri Lankans were able to free themselves of the British by gaining independence in 1948.
Britain invaded many countries. Some of these countries became self-governing while retaining Britain's monarch as head of state. They formed British Commonwealth of Nations. The Commonwealth is one of the oldest political association of states.
Sri Lanka land, the land of our fathers and pride, like flowers that bloom in the sunshine, forever our dreams shall live. Sri Lanka will always be home. Sri Lanka va mage mau bhi mai. Sri Lanka Lanka yanam. Sri Lanka va oge mau bhi mai. Sri Lanka will always be home. Ekmuwa ting savo marika nangunak natuwa nagalevi loke pura.
The fascinating land of Sri Lanka, described as the finest island of its size in the world by Marco Polo, is also the largest exporter of fragrant and flavorful true cinnamon in the world. The noble task of protecting and enhancing cinnamon cultivation is now in the hands of the Department of Export Agriculture. Department of Export Agriculture is blessed with dedicated research and development staff with technical expertise to fulfill this task. The world's one and only cinnamon research station is situated in Sri Lanka. A well-equipped cinnamon training center was declared open recently in view of educating the masses engaged in cinnamon cultivation.
The origin of the cinnamon plant is Sri Lankan Central Hills. Dutch, who were occupying the coastal areas of Sri Lanka during the 18th century, domesticated the crop, which was mainly concentrated in central hill forest areas. Today's commercial capital of Colombo was covered with dense cinnamon cultivations at that time. The botanical name of cinnamon, Cinnamomum silenicum, is derived from the island's former name Ceylon. Cinnamon is cultivated in more than 30,000 hectares in Sri Lanka, mainly in Galle, Matara and Hambantota and Kalutara districts, along the coastal belt, and in Ratnapura and Badula districts inland. Requirement of harmful chemicals to human consumption is minimized in cinnamon cultivations, because cinnamon plant is free of any harmful diseases or pest attacks, and it's considered to be naturally organic. Medical research have proved that consumption of Ceylon cinnamon shows a significant decrease in blood glucose levels as well as a drop in cholesterol, and also eases arthritis. There's no doubt that Ceylon cinnamon will add more years to your lifespan. Scientists say if you decide to use a lot of cinnamon, you need to use Ceylon cinnamon because it will lower your risk of liver damage. Although Sri Lanka is the largest exporter of cinnamon in the world, it's constantly challenged by the cheap substitute called cassia. There are distinct differences between these two products, such as cinnamon bark has a soft texture and it tends to break easily. Cassia has a hard texture and doesn't break easily. Cinnamon has a soft and sweet aromatic flavor, while cassia is pungent and spicy flavored. Cinnamon has a very pleasant light brownish color. Cassia is dark brown or reddish in color. Cinnamon has soft appearance and cassia's appearance is rough. When cross sections are observed, number of layers are clearly visible in a cinnamon quill. Cassia quill is a single piece of bark folded inward and it has an empty cavity. Cinnamon is native to Sri Lanka, while cassia is believed to be originated in China, Indonesia and Vietnam. Cinnamaldehyde content of cinnamon bark is comparatively lower than cassia. The most alarming critical health factor of cassia is its high in carcinogenic chemical substance called coumarin, and it is about 5%, while cinnamon has only a fraction of about 0.004%. Prolonged use of cinnamon is proved to be hygienically safe, while consumption of cassia is hazardous to human health according to medical findings. The spice cinnamon is obtained from the inner bark of the cinnamon tree. Harvesting is started when the tree is 3 years old and the bark turns brown. The stem is cut about 6 centimeters above the ground level. Leaves are then nipped off. Cinnamon peeling is now done in modernized factories to suit current world hygienic standards. The rough outer bark is scraped off. The inner bark is then rubbed and beaten down thoroughly using this machine. This helps to loosen the bark from the hardwood. Then using a small curved knife, unique to this trade, marks 2 parallel slits on the stick and eases the bark in one piece.
The barks are packed in layers, one inside the other, overlapped end to produce long rolled quills. These quills are filled with small pieces of bark. Then bark is trimmed precisely to the 106.7 centimeters or 42 inches as a long carried out tradition. These quills are air dried on racks till they are fit to handling. When dried barks are curled round into golden brown quills. By this time, cinnamon is dry to a papery crackling texture and possess true cinnamon color. Quills are classified to different grades depending mainly on the diameter. These quills are packed in 45 kilogram bales and wrapped suitably and exported. Cinnamon quills cut into small pieces are commonly called cut cinnamon. They are also a popular commodity. There are 3 types of essential oils obtained from different parts of the tree. Cinnamon bark oil is obtained from the cinnamon tree bark. It contains a high level of cinnamaldehyde.
Oil obtained from cinnamon leaves is called cinnamon leaf oil, which is rich in eugenol. Cinnamon oil is used as a base ingredient in perfumes and soaps. And cinnamon extract or oleoresin is used to flavor chocolates and liquor. Cinnamon bark is widely used in cookery as a condiment and flavoring material. Sri Lankan cinnamon is the unconquerable warrior of the kingdom of spices.
Sri Lanka.